Hello, welcome to High Vibes for You, or welcome back if you are one of my subscribers. I really appreciate all the new subscribers that I got on my channel. All the love you guys have been showing, it means a lot and it encourages me to continue. So thank you. Basically, I wanted to do a quick little intro for this new playlist that I'm going to put up. It's called Lunar Vibes, and it will go with each new phase of the lunar cycle. And the purpose of me creating this was to give you further clarity into what you could be encountering, how to deal with it, and things of that nature. And I'm going to break it down physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I like doing my readings like that because, like I said, my channel is based off of self for the most part. So I feel like the best way to evolve self is to look at each area and how whatever the situation you're dealing with is impacting you. The way that this spread is going to be broken down, I'm going to be using 2 of the Moonology Oracle deck cards and 7 of the Moonchild Tarot cards. And then you're going to get 1 of the Healing Mantra cards, and you're going to get 1 of the Power of Surrender cards. And I wanted to have the decks laid out just in case any... oh my gosh, my voice. I wanted to have the decks laid out just in case anybody wanted to go and get the decks for themselves personally to use in their tarot business, or just personal use in general for further enlightenment. So feel free to screenshot this or write it down, whatever works for you. But yeah, so this will always be the decks that I use for the most part until further notice. So this will be the only video that I break it down like this in. But yeah, and it will also be by elements like I typically do my other videos. So I think that's everything. So yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and jump into your reading now. Hello air signs, welcome to your lunar vibes. And in this video we're going to be focusing on the Waning Gibbous phase. This is the moon phase where we are doing a lot of internal reflection, and we're identifying what we place value on, what our heart truly desires out of life, and what we're truly grateful for. And based off of the earth sign reading that I did, I've figured a new gratitude is also from the lessons that we've learned, because they help evolve us into who we are today. So we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. We're going to start with 2 Moonology cards, and then we're going to jump into your tarot. And this is going to be for Libras, Aquarius, and Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, for masculine and feminine energy. Should it relate? But yeah, figure out what's going on. Alright, so first card, overall energy, please. One more. Thank you. First card out, adjustments are required, 3rd quarter moon. And then the second card, we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. I think we are coming up upon a moon eclipse too, if I'm not mistaken. But at the bottom of the deck, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. And then we have confidence is key to your success, new moon in Leo. A lot of new moon energy, and we're coming up on the new moon on the 26th, I believe, of this month. So I'm just going to throw it out there. By the new moon, expect some powerful change in your life based on the adjustments that you're being called to make. So let's pull some tarot to get some clarifiers on these 2 cards, and then we'll look at your spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional energy to these changes. Just one more. Go ahead and jump into it. So this is for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay, so what are the adjustments required here for the 3rd quarter moon? The adjustments. 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands for me is you trusting your intuition, planning, having new insight, using the insight that you've gained, and making adjustments when necessary. So it's like a trial and error type thing for some of you. And if not, it's also just trusting into your vision without seeing how to explain it? It's like just trusting your intuition, your intuitive nudges to do something, to change something, to act on something is what I'm getting towards your passions, whatever it is that you're desiring. It's trusting into the unknown. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, and we have the Five of Swords. So this is definitely speaking to wish fulfillment to me with the Ace of Pentacles. It could be monetary gain as well, and having you move in a new direction. You could be moving in general, but it's like forward movement and moving away from this Five of Swords energy. I feel like the thoughts that you've been holding on to have been keeping you stagnant. Confidence is key did come up for you in the Moonology deck, and this is oh no, it's not right there, this one, and this is speaking to the Five of Swords energy. So I feel like you aren't all the way confident in the decisions that you intuitively feel you need to make, and you're being called to walk in that confidence and trust yourself and the vision that you're seeing, because this is positive forward movement here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot card. So let's see what we have for expect powerful change. Wow. Transformation. So this is a big change in your life, a powerful change. I feel as though it's speaking to your finances, you overall as a person, your beliefs, and your relationships even, through you going through this transformation. I feel like by you gaining confidence in yourself and making decisions and taking actions, that's why we got your loved ones, you and your loved ones are safe, because something that you are planning and that you see for yourself as far as a vision, it's causing you to go through a transformation, ending something with the Death card, and walking into a new you. I feel like this powerful change is going to be more so an empowerment of you in general overall, and then everything else around you is going to flourish and move forward positively as well. So let's see what we have here. The Page of Wands, the Tower card, and ending, and the Three of Swords. So something was holding you back here. With the Three of Swords, it's Two of Swords that get you to the Five of Swords. So it's confusion around a decision that you need to make, or being indecisive about a decision, not knowing for sure if you want to do something or go forward with something. And with the Page of Wands, this is like communication, new communication. Could be immature communication that you've been receiving, which is what has had you kind of indecisive or not sure. But ultimately, it's an ending to whatever has been getting in your way of your higher self, your goals, your dreams, your visions, whatever the case may be. This is coming to an end. This childish way or immature way of communicating these truths or receiving this communication. But it's definitely something that's weighing in on your emotions here with the Tower card and all this water at the bottom. For some of you, it may be pertaining to a relationship. For others, I really feel like it's just you, whatever's been getting in the way of your confidence and your goals, your dreams, your desires for yourself. You're being called to transform this. I feel like the way you've been communicating with yourself even is limiting beliefs. Like, oh, I can't do this, or like that negative thought process with the Five of Swords. Like, I can't do this isn't going to work out for me, or that's not for me, or look at what I did in the past, how is this going to work out type energy. But it's essentially you being called to end this way of communication, this way of these emotions, because it's wand energy. Here, let me see. You're welcome. You're welcome. So sorry about that. Let's see what we got going on for your mental, emotional, and spiritual and physical. Let's see if I can give you some more insight. Mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional, please. For the mental, what's going on for the air signs mentally? I just wanted to fall on my lap. The Six of Pentacles. So it's an even give and take that you're going for. For some of you guys, this is business-wise. I'm picking up on that heavily. It's you making sure you're getting your value with the work that you're putting out. This is you wanting to excel to another level in your business. For some of you, branching out, creating a new pathway for you, new inventions, new ideas. With the Three of Wands, you having a vision that you want to do. And there are some adjustments that need to be made in order to bring this into fruition. So with the Six of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Justice card. So this is definitely speaking to trusting your intuition. It could be spirituality. It could be spiritually based that you are operating out of. Maybe you're shifting into a more spiritual way of being or a spiritual business or practice. With the Queen of Pentacles, she is known to be, what do you call them? I don't like the term witches, but it's like, you know, a tarot reader, a light worker, an oracle worker, an oracle reader, just a very intuitive person, ritualistic, does magic, things of that nature. And it's a new way of being for you. It's a new idea, and it's to bring you justice, essentially. And this is a major arcana. And I feel like it's patience, essentially. It's kind of also calling you to have patience, because if you are working off of spirit, essentially, it's in divine timing. It's not always in your timing. Sometimes you can manifest things instantly, but with this powerful change, it seems like it's something big. And sometimes the bigger it is, the more time it goes into actually coming into fruition. So we have to be patient, and I feel like this is what you're lacking or may have been lacking, is the patience in this, because we have the Five of Swords energy. So maybe things weren't moving as quickly as you wanted. You're not getting the money that you thought you were going to get, or you thought you should be receiving as soon as you thought you would. But essentially, if you have patience and you just hold on to these new ideas, you're going to get this justice. This balance is going to come to you. Is what I'm getting with this. So then we have the Hermit, the King of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So definitely it's calling you to use your inner wisdom, trust in your inner wisdom, walk in your truth. Some adjustments need to be required. So maybe you actually need to have a new idea come into fruition. Maybe you need to create, like, walk in your truth a little more when it comes to executing whatever it is that you're going towards, to get this even give and take, this even exchange in your business, or if it is a relationship, in your relationships. But it's essentially you honoring your truths and operating this, bringing a new way of being, a new way of thinking to life here. With the King of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. And then with the Page of Cups, this is a new way of being, a new beginning for you that you're trying to embark upon. It's you trusting in your vision, essentially your truths, what you truly desire for yourself. And I think that it's going to surprise you ultimately when it happens, whatever this is, this change that you want. But you're being called to go through this transformation. It's freedom. You're setting yourself free from limiting beliefs. With the Page of Cups, is speaking to your inner child as well. So I feel like this is dreams that may seem childlike to most people around you. They may feel like, oh, you need to get your head out the clouds, whatever the case may be. That's not logical, but it's a truth for you. So don't let that dim your life, and have confidence in yourself. And you may be called to step into that energy to help you transform. Maybe you're too logical, where you're like, oh, if it doesn't make sense on paper, it's not going to work. And it's like, that's not how spirituality is. It's like believing in the unseen. And the other side, there is no essence of time. Time is fluid. So, you know, for us, we'd be like, oh, it took a whole year. And over there, it's like, I just did it though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there is no time. And maybe that's the other thing that's getting to you, is time. Maybe you feel like it's too late for you to do this transformation, or to change, or to be thinking like this. but it's never too late. Emotionally, we have the Fool. You taking a leap of faith towards your visions. The Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands wanted to come out. You haven't been doing that because you've been stuck in your head and confused about what you're feeling, about what you're thinking, about limiting beliefs. The transformation ultimately is to bring you into this new power within yourself, this new self-empowerment where you believe in your visions, you know they're obtainable, and you don't hold back from going for them. On top of that, we have the Sun, the Chariot, and the Queen of Wands. So this is you moving towards your passions. With the Queen of Wands, she's a very grounded, nurturing person. She's very passionate, and she could also be spiritual as well. But this happiness in the Chariot, this is moving you towards this. This is the confidence. Is the Queen of Wands, she's very fiery. So it's like she doesn't need any validation from anybody. She doesn't need the reassurance. She's a confident woman, and she's nurturing at the same time. So with the transformation, I feel like it's you needing to be more nurturing to yourself, to your ideas, believing in what it is that you truly desire, and going for your happiness, knowing that this is possible for you. And I think this is a big part of the transformation that you're being called to go through. Let's see here at the bottom, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four. You've been holding yourself back. You see this vision, but it hasn't quite been obtainable. But you see it clearly. It's within your grasp. You know what I'm saying? But with the Two of Pentacles, there needed to be a shift in your prioritization, and you holding back from it. With the Four of Pentacles, you've been holding yourself back from this goal, this dream that you have for yourself. So let's see what's going on physically, or spiritually, spiritually. The Four of Swords. I think you guys had the Three of Swords pop out. I'm not sure. I did like 3 other readings at this point, but ultimately, there's an indecision with the Two of Swords towards this new beginning, which is the Ace of Swords. And then with the Three of Swords, it causes this pain internally or discomfort. So in order to get from the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords, it's this resting, rejuvenation. And if you go into the hermit mode, you're in this Four of Sword energy. You're releasing these thoughts that are no longer true, and you're left with the One Sword, the Ace of Swords, a new way of being, a new way of thinking. And that is the transformation. So spiritually, you're going through this transformation where you're releasing the Three of Sword energy. So you can have this new beginning, this new idea, this new way of operating for yourself. Truthfully speaking. So let's see. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Yep, the Magician and the Ace of Cups. Exactly what I said. You transforming and being in a state of gratitude. Well, I did accomplish this. Well, I was able to do this on my own. Well, that idea worked out great for me. Well, I am a nice person. Well, I did help this person with this. I did manifest this into my life. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what the Waning Gibbous is. It's an internal reflection of where you come from, what you're capable of, honoring your truths of what you desire, and new ideas of creation, relationships, and just overall emotional fulfillment. With the Ace of Cups here, you being able to manifest this, trusting that the ideas that you have, the dreams, the vision that you won't, that doesn't seem to want to let go. It's like, this is why, because it's truly something that's for you. It's emotionally fulfilling, and this is a major arcana as well. It's the second one. You got the Fool, and then you got the Magician. Take the leap of faith, and then boom. It's like, that's the just go for it, is what this is saying. And adjustments need to be required. You need to transform how you've been operating, raise your vibration, and trust that this is for you. Ten of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So this burdensome energy is your emotional fulfillment. It's your passions. It's everything that you want to bring into fruition. Your ideas, your imagination. And for some of you, it could be pertaining to a relationship. Like I said, you overcoming obstacles with this person. But whatever the case may be, this is saying to me that you can overcome these things. It's just some adjustments may need to be made. Maybe you need to release 3 wands that you thought, or revisit these 3 wands, or take that leap of faith, or focus on 3 wands. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're holding on to too many things at one time, because we have the 3 of wands and the 7 of wands, which gets you to the 10 of wands, being overburdened. So it's like with the proper planning and trusting your intuition and your guidance and going for it, you overcome these obstacles here. So, and I think 3 of wands may be correlating to the 3 of sword energy here, where these are the adjustments that needed to be made. You needed to release these 3 wands that you thought you had to do, you needed to do, you had to stay committed to, you needed to obtain before you could go through this transformation. Whatever the case may be, these are the adjustments that you're being called to do, so you don't have that burdensome energy going towards it. And then physically, we have the 9 of Pentacles. So it's like you gaining your independence. Expect powerful change. Yeah, for sure. You gaining self-confidence. You understanding, like, I did this. I'm able to obtain this. I've got this, and this so far. You know what I'm saying? With the 3 of Pentacles, you got solid relationships. And then the 6 of Pentacles, you got your business going. Everything is booming, just cool. So it's like you're like getting to that 10th pentacle, that 10 of Pentacles, where your wealth is doing good, your relationships are doing good, all of that. But that 1 pentacle, which that 1 pentacle is in the Queen of Pentacles, the 1 pentacle is in the Page of Pentacles. It's always been visible to you, but just like not quite within your grasp. And it's like, if you make these adjustments, take a leap of faith and really do the work internally to transform your limiting beliefs and whatever negative connotations you have surrounding this, you'll be able to have this powerful change in your life. So looking at the top 3, right within your grasp, look, right on top of the 9 of Pentacles, that 10th pentacle, it's like, it's right there. It's right in front of your face. You just have to prioritize some things and stop holding back. With the 4 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. We were just talking about that. Things turning and going in your favor for your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your emotional fulfillment. The 10 of Pentacles, you having it all. Expect a powerful change. Do the work and transform, my friend. Like, that's all I could tell you. Whatever negative doubts, worries, fears you have surrounding the visions that you feel in your gut that are a good thing for you, or a money-making idea, or a new way of living for you, a new lifestyle, go for it. Make those adjustments and prioritize some things that you need to do and transform you, essentially. No longer operate out of that shadow self, and that change is going to come in. So let's see what you need to surrender, air signs, to bring this in. And I'm sorry if you can hear the extra shuffling and noise in the background. I have my son down here with me, and he's playing with the boxes that are down here. So I hope that doesn't take away from you getting the message, though. What do air signs need to surrender? This Waning Gibbous moon. Oh. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships, practicing expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. No. Okay. So some of you, this is you making adjustments within your relationship, communicating your truths. Maybe you've always been the type that just went along with things, did what they said, didn't put your feelings in the forefront, in a backseat to their wants, their desires, their needs. This could also be you holding yourself back out of fear of their reaction, out of losing a person. Whatever the case may be, know that your boundaries are important. And I feel like that's what is one of the adjustments that needs to be made here, is setting clearer boundaries for the people that you deal with, And for yourself, I'm no longer going to think like this. When I start thinking like this, I'm going to do this. I'm no longer going to stay up later. You know what I mean? I'm going to get my rest so I can think clearer. I'm no longer going to put things off and procrastinate. I'm going to get them done right away so I don't have this like overwhelming feeling with burdens at the end of the day. It's essentially you transforming yourself, having clear boundaries in place for you and people around you. And so we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So yeah, this is all a part of that Four of Swords energy, resting, taking a step back to reflect and going inward and understanding, okay, this is working, this isn't working, this makes me feel like this makes me feel great. You know what I'm saying? This is true, this is not true about me, this is something that I place value on, this is not valuable to me anymore, this is weighing me down, this is uplifting me. You see where I'm going with that? And it's like going out into nature and going for a walk and just getting the energy from the trees and just from the atmosphere in general. It really helps you have clarity in your thought process and your thinking, especially when no one is around you. And that's when spirit can really talk to you, your angels, your guides, whatever you identify with, to help you with these ideas that you need to release and send you visions and synchronicities and signs. You know what I mean? And then we have surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Four Sword energy again. So, my friend, you're being called to take some time to yourself. This is definitely what the Waning Gibbous moon is about. It's all about you reflecting what it is that you truly want, understanding the vision, putting some proper plans in place and making adjustments to execute them. Maybe even shedding some things within yourself because you do have a transformation here. And going forward confidently, and you doing these things, you can expect a powerful change. Like I said, I'm calling it by the new moon. I'm a Libra sun, so, and an Aquarius rising. So I definitely claim this message, okay? And honestly, from personal experience, it's the truth. I know that adjustments are required in my dreams and my goals, and I am working through them, honey. This is an example right now. Not stopping, not getting frustrated, understanding that I need to go with the flow of things regardless of the chaos that I'm surrounded in, and transform, release negative thoughts, limiting beliefs that I had. Oh, I can't do this, or oh, I can't record a video unless it's in the middle of the night and I don't get any sleep. I'm done with that. Do you hear me? Like, when I'm tired, and I give myself a break. And then it's like, if I'm in the energy to record a video, which this is essentially my job right now, I have my son, I know adjustments are going to need to be made. I completely revamped the basement and brought his toys down here so he could be occupied. I've made it to where I kind of take breaks in between doing spreads for my elements and stuff. Before, I used to feel like, oh, I have to do it back to back to back to back to back. Excuse me. I released certain beliefs of how I had to go about obtaining my dream and my goal, and instead have set clear boundaries in place for myself and for those around me with this transformation. And as a result, I personally feel like this leap of faith I'm taking is going to bring me the pinnacles, okay? Because I'm going to start having business come in, but then also a powerful change within myself to be able to continue to manifest all of my visions that I have and really be confident in what it is that I'm doing. I didn't mean to go on a rant, but I feel like it helps somebody. So let's see here. With the mantra, we have my losses prove how deeply I loved. Oh, and then my friend, processing grief. So for some of you, maybe you took an L in your business recently, and it just showed you how truly passionate you are about something. For others of you, this could be a person that you are dealing with. For some of you, I feel like this may be you ending some relationships that you were involved in or are involved in because they're no longer serving you. They're preventing you from transforming into a higher version of yourself. And for others of you, I feel like maybe you've lost some relationships, or maybe some people just for some of you, I feel like my losses prove how deeply I love. It's you losing things in business, it's you losing some relationships around you, and it really making you be aware of your emotional investment and your true passions, what you're desiring for yourself. It's giving you a clearer vision of where you see yourself headed in the future, in the direction that you want to go in. And that's your 10 of Pentacles, essentially. It's letting you know what you want, who you want in your 10 of Pentacles, and you're making adjustments to bring this in. And I feel like you're going to see a powerful shift by the new moon, because this is what you're working on currently. So that's what I got for you guys, air signs. I hope that it was helpful. I'm sorry that there was a lot of chaos going on in your reading, but hopefully it was still a message in there for you. So if it was, let me know by hitting that like button, drop me a comment below, subscribe and hit the bell when you do. That way you'll be uploaded. That way you'll be notified when I do uploads. And I'm sending you lots of love, clarity, peace, and abundance and overflow. And until my next video, continue to vibe high. Bye.